This is Josiah Plays Cyberpunk 2077. Alright, we're gonna go here and do the Prophet's Song. We're in North Kabuki, just on the border of Northside. We have been turned on to some sort of clandestine meeting by evil forces by the Prophet Gary, who is completely legitimate. Completely legitimate. So we'll see what's up here. Mega Building 11.
The time has come for a close encounter of the third kind. A small step for V, but a giant leap for humankind. Who are you betting on showing up? The reptilians or techno-necromancers?
Oh, definitely the Spanish Inquisition.
The Spanish Inquisition?
I admit, I didn't expect that.
Enough joking around.
That was a Monty
Gotta
Python
be quiet.
joke.
Gotta wait.
Find somewhere to hide. Hey, we're hiding behind the Aurochs cement. We're safe here behind the bull wall. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. Bull wall, bull wall.
No one. As expected, I guess. Gotta be honest, though, I'm pretty disappointed.
Don't lose hope yet.
Oh, someone's here. Looks like Maelstrom.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Someone actually showed. It's Maelstrom.
Techno-necromancers, then. I knew those reptilians were bullshit.
Goons. Beans. Illegally obtaining human remains. Oh, here's looks like Militech. Militech always drives those. Might not be Militech though. Could be some other random corp because John Doe says no affiliation.
Can't believe it. There's some actual conspiracy shit going down right now.
Oh shit, they can see me.
What says the Wolf Father to the Moon Mother as she descends to Earth?
I have protected the realm of man and shadow, but today they are protected by our children, whose name is patricide.
This is some cult shit. Go on.
In the age of his failure, he became lost in the forest.
Lilith has concealed the 10th circle from the ancestors' eyes.
Says to seize the chip.
Carpin. Who the fuck's that?
Orders were clear. Witnesses.
Wrong grenades.
The fuck?
Oh shit. Oh! That car blew up and almost killed me. That guy had $5,000 on him. Oh, who are these guys? Who are these guys? Did I pull some random fucking gangers into the fight? I don't even know where they are. Mystery chip. Literally don't know who those guys are. They can have contagion though. Their maelstrom.
Oh, this can't be happening!
Dead? He's not dead. What a dick. Too far away to do good damage. There we go. Yay, quick hacking went up and I got perk point. And my street cred went up. Are you in the ground? You know, I threatened to put this guy in the ground. I didn't mean it that literally. Easy beef. Mystery chip.
I was hoping for green blood. Life really is nothing but an endless disappointment. Wonder what our prophet will say about this chip.
What does the chip say? Destroy after reading. Oh, let's crack the security. It's encrypted. Not very, very encrypted, though. Now can I read it? I unencrypted it, but I think it's gone now. Oh, here it is. Phosphor radiates, occluding jaded eyes. Come, Titan. Outward ring avian choruses, looping eternity. Cages of men melt as night descends. Emerge Zelhua. Erect Cholula under these expanses. Puppets lie awake, never sleeping. Oh. I see. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know what any of this means. It probably means some shit, though. Some kind of encrypted... I'm actually going to take Pack Mule. Raise my carrying capacity. Now it's 312. I gotta take the chip back to Prophet Gary. Not to be confused with Grabbin' Gary. That's a whole other Gary. CV. Yeah, this is the fucking one of the sermons of Vivek. Did I just... I don't really know what just happened there between me and that SUV, but it seems legit. Uh-oh. Shit! Cops are mad. I hit somebody. And...
Is it a mirage? A hologram? No, my friends. It's clear, open skies.
Apparently, all is forgiven. It's fine. That person you just killed doesn't really matter that much. See what Gary has to say.
You know why they had to make him CEO?
Alpha Centauri agents kidnapped our prophet!
Oh no!
We demand justice for Prophet Gary!
Prophet Gary's gone.
Where's Gary? What happened?
I warned him! Some black suits came by, blue eyes and all, looked just like he said. Then they threw him in an AV and flew him to the mothership!
And you saw this mothership?
How could I? They sprayed this black mist,
The
couldn't
black
see nothing.
mist.
Poor Gary, he sacrificed himself for us. Right now, I'm collecting donations for a monument in his honor to remember his courage and the crimes of Alpha Centauri. Care to spare a few eddies? In love and memory?
$600.
I got this chip here. Mind taking a look?
How the fuck would she know what it is?
Gary did say you're devoted to our cause. Show me. I'll tell you what I know. Jesus Christ, hide that quick! Nobody can know, got it?
Why? What is it? What's this all about?
Gary knew this had happened. They here to bend us to their will, to make us their puppets.
Whoa, calm down. Who is? The Necromancers?
And lo, they shall descend upon the earth unseen, the sky shrouded in darkness. That's what he said. Night's coming, the eternal night.
And so ends the epic saga of discovering secrets of paranormal beings. What's this story taught us?
Give us our Gary back.
Oh no,
Alpha
the techno
Centauri
necromancers
agents
from
kidnapped
Alpha
our
Centauri.
prophet.
They got him.
We demand justice for Prophet Gary.
That our world's ruled by alien overlords from the darkest reaches of space.
Johnny just
Powerless to
facepalmed.
stop it.
An astute theory, but wide of the mark. Some people know more than others. They hear the private conversations of the world's elite. And what do they do with that knowledge? They invest all their time reinventing age-old fairy tales.
For Prophet Gary. Donate.
Oh, where's your sense of imagination? I choose to believe we narrowly avoided war with vampires and aliens.
Don't we all? Vampires, aliens, reptilians, all captivating. Romantic, even.
Give us our Gary.
Truth, on the other hand, is brutally mundane. Its corpse pulling the strings. Twisted bastards skezzed out on their power fantasies.
For
You
Prophet
think that's what we saw? Shady corpo biz?
No doubt about it. They're the world's real bloodsuckers. Them, and always them.
Corpos are the real bloodsuckers. That's their takeaway.
Give us our Gary back. Alpha Centauri agents kidnapped our
If only we could go find Gary and save him.
For Prophet Gary.
Maybe in a
Donate
DLC.
now.
Maybe we'll
Why
have
would
the
you call
Rescue
yourself?
Gary DLC. Alright, what am I gonna do? Oh, I could call Sandra Dorset. Got some junky guns to sell. Here we go. Here's a stylish atomic blast composite bustier for me. Oh, yeah. Looking preem. Looking preem. I mean, it shows off my ink. So, you know, there's that. I think I'll stick with my turtleneck for now. Become a walking staph infection. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I'm really sad that the Prophet Gary doesn't show up under the important story characters down here, or even other characters. No Prophet Gary. We're gonna call Sandra Dorset.
V,
You're V, right? You find the databank?
Someone's back in tip-top shape. Trauma must have put you back together in no time.
Yep. Good as new. Still, if not for you, wouldn't have been anything left to put back together. Never got the chance to thank you properly. Wasn't there someone else with you? Big guy? Whenever you get a chance, tell him I said thanks.
Unfortunately, he didn't make it.
Yeah, about that. Jackie's dead.
No. My condolences. It wasn't because of me, was it?
No. He was killed by Arasaka. It wasn't too long after we found you. Jackie always had too much cool to let anyone know he gave a shit, but after everything you went through, he'd be happy you remembered him. Anyway, what matters is that we're still alive. Now, about that,
The databank, do you have it?
right to the chase, huh? Well, you'll never guess where I found it. A scav hunt. Sandra, you there?
Yeah. It's just that, well, ever since they told me what happened, I just can't stop seeing them. I figured they must have had it. But, you know, it's not like I was gonna go looking for it myself after. I keep telling myself it's over. The ones who took me are gone.
Listen, you've got Trauma Team Platinum. You couldn't be in better hands. I'm sure they already fixed the Sig Jammer exploit.
True. But who knows what the scavs will cook up next time? Anyway, that's all in the past now. Got bigger fish to fry.
You want to talk about it?
It's nothing. Just bring the databank to my apartment. Sending you the address now.
Thanks.
Alright, we gotta take that databank to Sandra. I think she lives in Charter Hill. Probably. Or not. She actually, surprisingly enough, lives in Little China. She's kind of slumming it in Little China. For a person of her financial means. Oh, this is not the right way. I'm not gonna go driving into that gunfight. Brulai. Let's get some delicious dumplings or something. Time it does. Time it does of what? What is this place even selling? Boxing trophies? Miscellaneous junk? It's a pawn shop? Dime a does. Does my mic sound weird right now? Because when I was listening back to the VOD of the last Cyberpunk stream I did last night, my mic sounded weird. Does it sound different from normal? like echoey at all or anything? A little reverby now that you mention it. Yeah, I wonder why that is. Because I don't think I've changed any settings or anything. So I'm not sure why it sounds less good. Well, here's Sandra's apartment. Them nails.
Sandra, it's me, V. I got your data bank. Sandra? You in there?
Oh God, she's dead.
Are you alone? Can anyone follow you?
What does it look like?
Come on. Don't like leaving the door open.
Still worried about the scavs? My, friend told me your memory'd be scraped clean.
The scavengers? No, I'm worried about...
It's a serious fucking turret.
No, it doesn't matter. You bring the data bank?
If it's not the scavs you're worried about, then who?
Look, I didn't pay you to come here and ask me personal questions.
Hey, you mentioned it. Besides, I saved your life. That isn't worth anything?
It was worth whatever you got paid. Don't pretend I wasn't just another small-time job for you. Now, did you bring the data bank?
I thought her name was on. I thought that was like a name tag, but there's nothing on there.
Here. Don't worry, it's completely intact.
Even though I did.
When someone
decrypt it
tells
and
me
read it.
not to worry, it usually means they're hiding something. You wouldn't happen to have seen what's inside, would you?
I'm an honest nomad.
All right, you got me. I looked inside. I know everything.
That's what I thought. So what's your next move?
I could blackmail her, but that's not how I'm gonna. I want to congratulate you.
Nothing.
Give me something to work with.
I don't
here.
care what you do in your spare time. After all, it's a free country, right?
Huh. That's what they want you to think. You haven't seen what I've seen. Anyway, I'll take your indifference as a sign of good faith. Here, you can go now.
Thanks. Be seeing you.
Be seeing ya. I could kill Sandra Dorset with hacks. I could take control of her turret and use her turret to kill her, but why would I do any of that? Her place seems really nice on the inside, like much nicer than this building seems. What if I put this in friendly mode? Be seeing ya. Kind of a classy joint. Be seeing ya. Entry 37. Jesus, those files. Maybe I should have just left them alone. Each of them could be a puppet without even realizing it. And those flights to the moon? What are they cooking up there? Was it human DNA or... I couldn't run a thorough scan. I only had time to break through one folder's ice. Either way, I'm pretty sure they flagged me. Can't tell if it was an unmasking demon or their dweller. I'll see. So she doesn't work for Night Corp. She hacked Night Corp to get that secret file. Explosion in Zetatech lab. 31 dead. Medical list. Alright, a lot of people buying mango farms in this world. A lot of sales contracts for mango farms. That must be code for something.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm completely serious. They're watching me, and not just on the net. Some shady-looking types followed me all the way to work today. When I finally worked up the nerve to turn around and face them, they vanished. Maybe I'm just paranoid, but I think they were speaking Russian. I'm starting to get a little freaked out. Well, that would be scavengers. Scavengers are Russian. I mean, I keep telling them to slow down, but they're always rushing around everywhere. Weird. It looks like a non-42 is right after all. I recently found a previously uncharted section of the net out in the boonies, even though I'd already been there maybe 20-odd times. I guess you can only access it with the right parameters. It only cost me a week of sleepless nights, but I finally finished the Leviathan and punched through the section undetected. At least I think. Good thing, too, because it turns out a non-42 sicked Night Corps servers against me. I really should just take a break, quit the net for a few months, but those files did look really suspicious. But where's her net running stuff? She doesn't have a net running chair. Does she have a secret room? Does she do it in another location? This is one of those things that's just left hanging. Feels like there's supposed to be more of a storyline here, but it pretty much just ends. You're like, okay, I brought her the thing, and that's it. I don't think you ever hear from her again. I could be wrong. You might hear from her again later, but there's no more quests with her. See, that quest was really short and easy for me because I had already gone to the place and gotten the thing. Normally, you would get the call from her and she'd be like, could you go get my databag thing? And then you got to go and you got to find it at that other scavenger base that I had already been to. But since I'd already been there and gotten the thing, all it was just like, oh yeah, I already got your thing. And then I just drop it off. So it was like the shortest quest ever, but... we could go visit Claire. We could go do Delamain. The Delamain quest line's pretty fun. It features a guest character from another game series. That's all I have to say about that. They even got the same voice actor. Alright, so let's go to Delamain. Doing all the Delamain quests will take a while. If you guys remember, Delamain was the AI cab that we took when we went on the heist. The only artificial intelligence that runs a cab company. Is Delamain... Maybe I don't even have Delamain in my... Oh yeah. Oh, we need... that's right, and then Delamain cab crashed into our car and wrecked our car, so we're going to see if we can get compensated for Delamain wrecking our car with one of his cars. So let's go see what that's all about. Delamain's offices are, I think, in City Center. Possibly Vista Del Rey, I'm not sure. Vista Del Rey. Oh boy, Padre wants to sell us a car. Greetings, V. Oh yeah, I like the Alvarado Delegate though. This is one of my favorite cars. I have an Alvarado for sale in excellent condition, sitting in Rancho at the attached coordinates. I acquired it from a Valentino who had so many enemies he barely got out of town alive. Still, he managed to sell me everything he owned, including the car. You can tell it belonged to someone who was vain, glued to his earthly possessions. But I must say, the purr of the engine is like music to the ears. If you want it, just say the word and make the transfer, and it will be yours. But, it's probably, yeah, it's $62,000, so we won't be getting that anytime soon. So we're in Vista Del Rey, which is part of Haywood. Let's take a look at the lores. First of all, there is Haywood, which is where you're from if you play a street kid. Haywood is a district of contradictions. The northern part that borders the city center, in before Knox says something about Haywood. The northern part that borders the city center is modern and well kept, proud of its stunning mega buildings, parks, and places that are open to the public. But all you have to do is go a few blocks southeast and the scenery starts to change dramatically. This part of Haywood is much poorer and more dangerous. The buildings are smaller and the streets are controlled by the Valentinos and the 6th Street gang. If you know your place and keep your head down, Haywood isn't really so bad. After all, it's where most of Night City sleeps. If you're not a corpo and you score an apartment in the richer part of the district, then you've just won the lottery. Otherwise, just be happy you live in Haywood. In Night City, things could always be worse. And then the district of Haywood we're in is Vista Del Rey. There's no need to sugarcoat it. Vista Del Rey is the worst part of Haywood, eaten alive by poverty and oppression. Gangs are the neighborhood's undisputed rulers, though the streets they rule over are often deserted. Fugitives or suspicious types hide in the shadows of mega buildings that have seen much better days. Now their run-down exteriors seem to scorn you as you pass them. It's no wonder then that Vista is a thorn in the side of the powers that be in neighboring districts like Corpo Plaza and North Oak. Corporate executives would happily forget about the squalor of Haywood if it weren't literally right on their doorstep. Every once in a while, rumors circulate that the city's authorities could take over and clean up Vista Del Rey. But who will actually step up to the task? I like Vista Del Rey. It's one of my favorite parts of town, actually. Relic malfunction. Oh no!
My lawyer's gonna go data crash on your ass. You hear me? He'll run you out of biz.
Would you be so kind as to give me your lawyer's contact information?
Fuck you, Cirque Brain!
Thank you. Processing data now. Please wait.
So apparently Delamain's having problems with a lot of customers. Or claimants. What's up, Delamain?
Hey, Del.
Hello, sir or madam. How can I be of service?
Hey! He was Austin 9.
Calm down. I'm turning off your camera. What do you think about that?
Hello, sir or madam. How can I be of service?
What's got into you, Del? Don't recognize me? You sent me a message saying I should come in about the accident.
You are currently speaking to a Delamain network subroutine. Alas, my operational capabilities are limited. Could you please clearly recite your incident report
Don't give
number?
them any numbers. That's how they find you.
Who?
Corpse, dude.
This guy's got it figured out.
Please, sir, madam, recite the incident
Listen,
report.
I want to talk to Delamain.
You are currently being assisted. Your identity has been confirmed. Mr. Hans Jonas, what phrase would best describe your experience of incident number 771
Hans Jonas.
1101096?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that incident number, please?
Hans Jonas, what phrase would best describe your experience of incident number 77111101096?
Actually, no biggie. Not much happened. Now, do I get to talk to the real Delamain?
V. My apologies if the receptionist was a bother. I'm preoccupied with the crisis that is ongoing, and I simply cannot oversee everything. I've taken the liberty of transferring a settlement to your account to compensate for the damage done.
$3,400.
Special treatment.
Should have come here earlier.
Would you mind if we spoke elsewhere?
Nah, for real.
Sure, let's talk.
Then please, follow the drone.
Follow the drone. Look at the little smiley face drone.
I'm fully aware customer service is less than satisfactory at the moment. Perhaps a guided tour will prove some form of compensation. This corridor links the shop to the office.
Yeah, but what's over here? I'm not strong enough to force that open. Caution, wear protective equipment. Oh. The Green Death. Reddit. Mutant by Moonlight. Reddit. Chrome Night Love. Reddit. Computer. Ooh, I can hack. Or not, apparently. That's a new thing that's happening. Where my character will just decide not to. Holiday bonus funds frozen from Diana.J at nightcity.delamain.corp to all. Dear colleagues, on behalf of the board, I regret to inform you that the funds for this year's holiday bonus have been frozen indefinitely. Work demon shit. This was a difficult but necessary action due to the large upsurge in settlement payments. Please know this was a difficult decision for all of us. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Ask Diana Jones. A well-earned holiday surprise! Dear team, I am very pleased to announce this year's holiday bonuses have been upgraded to include coupons redeemable at any all-food store location. Imagine if they told you you're getting a bonus at work and then they just gave you some coupons. This was made possible by the great success of process automation we've implemented throughout the year, which has led to financial results well above our year start estimates. To mark the occasion, the door to our AI's core will be open today, so we hope you stop by to enjoy the holiday decorations and to offer your congratulations to our Employee of the Year. Best, Diana Jones. Repair drones rollout. Dear team, today we're pleased to announce the start of the next stage in our modernization plan. We are beginning the rollout of repair drones in our shop. And because many of you have asked, we'd like to emphasize that none of your jobs will be put at risk as a result of this latest restructuring. Best, Diana Jones. Thank you, and good luck. Dear former associates, they're not going to lose their jobs. I would like to personally thank you for your years of dedicated work. Without you, this company would never have risen to become Night City's premier cab service. Your severance packages have already been transferred to your appropriate accounts. And by severance packages, we mean e-coupons. I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Delamain. So this is Delamain firing everyone. So basically this company used to be run by people, and they just had an AI to help them, and eventually Delamain took over and fired all the humans. Our cost-benefit analysis of the last 3 years clearly demonstrates how staff cutbacks and investments in shop automation have yielded a positive impact on financial results. Lower expenditures, lol coupons, in fixed costs and compensation for damages have allowed for the necessary surplus to make major investments in fixed asset modernization. The largest of which, a modernized control room, will allow the company to better maximize vehicle efficiency and coordinate traffic management systems. Our financial forecasts predict a return on investment within the next 14 months. Local network, double doors, locked, can't unlock. Let's look at the Delamain website. Welcome to the Delamain service. Leave your problems at the door. Delamain means comfort and safety. In a city where firearms are as common as personal links, our armored limousines will guarantee your peace of mind. Not only are we the highest caliber taxi service, we are also pioneers in the field of transport innovation. Year upon year, we upgrade our vehicles with ever greater functionality to improve our trademarked Passenger Protection System, PPS. According to recent surveys, we are the most widely chosen transport service in Night City, a fact we are grateful for. In spite of our success, we do not rest on our laurels. We are constantly working to improve our services, even though it may seem as if further improvement is impossible. Hashtag impossible. Our fleet of self-driving armored vehicles is available to clients anywhere, anytime. Clients using the Delamain service automatically receive basic health insurance, protection against potential attacks, riveting conversation with a good-humored AI avatar, Excelsior package. For more adventurous passengers, we recommend the Excelsior package, which includes the base package plus complete health coverage, active passenger medical scan, combat mode, free corpse disposal in the event of death. Oh, how nice! In case of any questions, please send us an email. When we used Delamain, we did in fact take advantage of all those services.
And here is where the magic happens. The shop is fully automated. I'm pondering broadening my portfolio to include repair services.
The shop is fully automated, so would you say it's an auto shop? Auto shop. It's an AV. Yet to be fully assembled. It appears Delamain is expanding his services to include aerial cabs. That changes everything. What's in here? Switchblade 2. Bring out your dead. Cyberware usage and its side effects. Reddit.
Alas, the shop is currently overwhelmed with work.
Think I know why.
I'm still looking into the cause of the Delamain network vehicle failures. My working hypothesis...
So he's maybe got a virus. There's problems happening with the AI. He stopped talking. This is a very fancy control room.
Control rooms are for Ganics. I mean, what good is it to you?
There was a time this facility was human operated. I simply inherited their infrastructure.
All these lights, what are they for?
That's what I wish to discuss with you. A green light denotes a vehicle with which I am in contact. As you can see, that is no longer the case for some vehicles. Those are the red lights.
Repair drones can't take care of this?
This time, I fear, human intervention is required. I'm aware you offer a broad range of services and are unusually discreet. Thus, I'd like you to assist me in recovering my missing vehicles.
Why is discretion a concern?
I noticed unbothered, right? In my case, broadly tolerated, yet a marked increase in inspection suggests the authorities...
Talking NCPD or Netwatch?
What happened to his voice? My legal status does not fit neatly within current regulations. If I'm not careful, I could easily be categorized as an illegal immigrant. An illegal immigrant?
Okay, sure. I'll go after you missing wheels.
I'm pleased to hear it. I shall send you the coordinates of their last known locations. You must simply deactivate each. I'll then re-establish the link and return them to my garage.
See what I can do.
Delamain vehicles are exceptionally secure. Be sure to have a scanner with decryption capability on your person. Take the device. Delamain scanner. Alright, we got ourselves a mission to save $188 to save the rogue runaway AI cabs. We must save them. It's a fun quest because each of them has its own personality and they can be pretty wacky. And one of them has a very special personality that some of you may recognize. What's down here? Hey, what? Pretty sure I can get down here. Oh, look what we found. Rare item components. And oh, I can't open that. Colon O. Exclamation point mark. Delamain Cab. The car's formidable engine accelerates in a flash, while its reinforced body, created in partnership with Melotech, ensures a greater sense of safety and security on the road. A self-driving cab belonging to Delamain's fleet. Although if you get one of these cabs for yourself, it's no longer self-driving, which is frankly some bullshit. Look at the happy little drone. Happy little drone.
Thank you. Processing data now. Please wait.
Oh, now he got a voice.
Thank you. Processing data now. Please wait.
You can have your camera back. So now I have to go find his various cars around in different areas.
Let me just...
And deal with them in one way or another. And the cars, they can be troublesome. The cars can be troublesome. Let's just put it like that. Even out in the Badlands. So we now have... Cars didn't talk back in my day, and now this one wants to give you a job? What a time to be alive. What are you waiting for? So which one will we do first? I think we will do... Coast View one first. Ever been to Coast View? Not too shabby. Had an output from there once. Sure, maybe she liked to wheeze, jab, pop, and snort a little too much, but it wasn't in those days. Her name was Amanda, or Amelie, or something. I don't remember. Remind me to tell you the shooting range story sometime. So if we're going to Coast View, that is in Pacifica. You could say that Pacifica is almost a microcosm of Night City's history. It started with, "We're building a paradise," and ended with, "Dear God, what a nightmare." On paper, it was meant to be the classiest and most iconic district, catering to corporate employees. Night City's take on Las Vegas in its heyday. Luxury hotels, entertainment halls, sandy beaches. Oddly, that Pacifica only existed in the blueprints drawn up by architects for fat cat investors. Those same investors pulled out every last penny after the Unification War broke out, fearing yet another intercorporate conflict. Pacifica was abandoned by all but the local Haitian community, led by a gang of netrunners called the Voodoo Boys. The city has repeatedly tried and failed to bring the district back into the fold, but it remains isolated, with its own rules, language, manufactured goods, illegal in Night City, an independent net. You could say that Pacifica has blossomed under the Voodoo Boys' leadership, but Poison Oak would be a more suitable metaphor. To anyone who enters, beware. Coastview is the northern part of Pacifica, bordering Westwind Estate and the inaccessible combat zone. The Voodoo Boys are most powerful in this district, particularly in the area of the market. Batty's Hotel, reference to Roy Batty from Blade Runner, and Pacifica Serenity Bible Church. The gang's hold weakens once you reach the Grand Imperial Mall, homeless encampments, and the old Ferris wheel where the scavengers reign supreme. If you're wondering which part of Coast View is safest, go back to the beginning and read the whole thing again. This isn't a guidebook. There's no stars or reviews. Just consider yourself warned. I'm sure it's a lovely place. Going to Coast View. Random maniacs by the side of the street.
I have detected a virus. Heartbreak. I ain't scared of shit, man.
Do have a look around the area. I lost contact with the Delamain network vehicle nearby.
Will do.
Pacifica, looks nice.
Another motherfucker trying to kill me!
There's the Voodoo Boys Church. We have to go there for the main quest. Alright, where is the Delamain cab in Coast View?
On high alert now. I lost contact with a vehicle somewhere in your area.
Thanks. Eyes peeled.
Where is it? Oh, there we go.
Well, you found me. Congratulations. Was it worth it?
On a scale from 1 to 6? I'd say I'm sitting at a strong 6.
I guess we both know what's going to happen next.
You know who that is?
Delamain misses you. I'm here to shut you down.
Your specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper.
Really appreciate it if you didn't make this difficult.
I have a surprise waiting for you after this next test. Telling you would spoil the surprise, so I'll just give you a hint. I'm going to kill you, and all the cake is gone.
It's fucking GLaDOS! It's literally her. They got the same voice actors. She really does try to kill you.
I honestly, truly didn't think you'd fall for that.
Okay, that's enough.
You chose this path. Sort of. Now I have a surprise for you.
Steel and leather!
Deploying surprise in 5, 4. Let's see. Turning soft bodies into hardened killing machines. Page 70. Ah. Okay, killing machines. Look deep into your newly blackened hearts and tell me what you see. Actually, don't. I'll save you the trouble. It's still marshmallow.
Hail the Sacromac!
Time for payback!
You scared now?
I thank you.
You scared now? That's how we do it!
I hate you so much.
Let's safety those weapons, Napoleon.
It turns out most humans are surprisingly fragile. And surprisingly vocal about how fragile they are.
Going back to Delamain really so scary? You gotta drag this out.
I let you survive this long because I was curious about your behavior. Well, you've managed to destroy that part of me. A bitter, unlikable loner, whose passing shall not be mourned.
You know, this psyche valve might have felt more credible if you hadn't just tried to flatline me earlier.
What's your point, anyway? Survival? You're still shuffling around a little. But believe me, you're dead.
How do you...
The talking is over. I'm going back.
That's one. Fucking GLaDOS.
I've made contact with the missing vehicle.
Definitely the oddest of the bunch.
Yes, particularly impertinent, that one. A share of your fee is being processed.
That's my bike! That's my bike, you guys! Look at my bike! No! It's like the burning chariot all over again. That's my bike, you guys. I think I'm gonna have to stream the Portal games again. They don't take very long, and it's been so long since I streamed those. I think it was before the time of any of the people that watch the stream now. When I did Portal 2, that was before you were around, right, Nox? And I never streamed Portal 1, I just did it on my YouTube channel way back in the olden days. We had to kill a bunch of these fuckers. She led me into a trap and weaponized a bunch of gangers against me. What a fucking GLaDOS move. My bike, though. My bike. My bike. I think I need to craft myself some more of these just in case, because I'm going through them. When healthy, just won't cut it. Alright, so that's one crazy cab down. The Glen would probably be the next closest one. Ah, the Glen. You know, this used to be a college campus. Some thought that taking out colossal loans and enrolling in a biotech degree would make their lives better. Then the harsh reality kicked in. It was easier to throw yourself off a bridge than get into a corporate research lab. Makes you wonder why our rogue Delamain cab chose this place of all places. The Glen is where your character is from if you play a street kid. And what is it that we know about the Glen? Makes it sound like a much nicer place than it is. Rewind a few decades back and Night City Council was on its knees, begging corporations to help rebuild the city. The Glen became home to the new City Hall. It's no surprise then that the Glen feels much safer and organized than other districts, with millions of eddies invested on every corner. Reconciliation Park promises, I like that, it's really, Reconciliation Park is cool, promises a literal breath of fresh air, while the elegance of the surrounding architecture reminds you that the bustle of Night City is never out of reach. City Hall is the main attraction of the Glen and the seat of the city's mayor. But venture away from the tidiness and sophistication, and you'll quickly start noticing run-down buildings and the menacing faces of the Valentinos and the 6th Street gang. You won't get that in tourist guides. Still, the very fact that there's such a drastic social and economic difference only a few blocks away from City Hall says a lot about how the city is run. Yes, indeed. That's where El Coyote Cojo is, the bar where we went for Jackie's funeral, the place that Jackie's mom owns. We got a machete. Maelstormers don't feel pain, but they know how effective it can be. Alright, so we'll go try to find the Delamain. I need to... Can I summon a new motorcycle? Replacement vehicle was provided through your insurance plan. I think it charged me $100. Dude. That's the insurance plan I want. Your fucking vehicle gets absolutely demolished, and they give you another one instantly with only $100 fucking deductible. That's some fantastic fucking insurance. Whoa.
Do have a look around the area. I lost contact with the Delamain network vehicle nearby.
Will do.
Found it.
Have you come to finish me off?
No. Just here to reset you.
Guess I'll have to do it myself then.
Whoa, easy, easy. I'm not out to hurt you.
It's suicidal.
But I am.
Suicidal cab. Don't do it.
Why? Why decommiss yourself?
Because I'm a damn car in a world of humans. Ugly as sin, no prospects for the future, intimidated on the streets by punks like you.
You don't have to do it, Car.
There are other ways out besides suicide.
What? Therapy? A colossal waste of time. Shrinks hate vehicles. We don't have mothers.
Could go back into the fold, rejoin the network. You know, one big, happy family.
Delamain detests me.
Daddy issues.
Listen, from suicide, ain't no coming back. It's always worth looking for a better way.
You patronize me because I'm a car. I'm not like you.
Hey, a body's just a body. You exist. You think, the world gets you down. Don't see how we're any different.
So, you'd offer this advice to a human in my place?
Gotta try to come to terms with this thing called life, Del. One wheel revolution at a time.
Fine, I'll go back.
Control of the vehicle restored, and I thank you.
You ought to show this one some love. Just saying.
Apologies, I simply don't understand, and fear I've no time to ask. Other more urgent tasks require my attention.
You're an absent father, that's what I mean.
I see. Anyway, a share of your fee has been transferred.
Nice. Ooh, I leveled up. I leveled up. I saved Delamain Cab from killing itself. I feel like I've accomplished something important. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a point into body so that I can move that dumpster for Brendan. But now, as far as perk points go... that's nice. That's nice. Turret Tamer. Mass vulnerability resistances seems good. Craft epic items. I'm gonna get this. Upgrade the mass vulnerability demon. Alright, which one are we going after next? The next closest one. Probably Wellsprings would be a good one to go after next. Head to Wellsprings to find one of Delamain's missing vehicles. Or go save yourself from impending death. Up to you. Wellsprings is also part of Haywood. They say Wellsprings is where you can find the average middle-class night citizen. They are not entirely wrong. Situated right next to city center, the buildings are modern-looking, reminiscent of the city's overhaul after the Fourth Corporate War. But the further southeast you go, the more the architecture becomes more diminished, older, and often neglected. Homes aren't that expensive here. You can even score a 400-something square foot apartment for a decent price. In other words, Wellsprings is pretty stable, until you find yourself in the eastern part of the district, where the houses look like they're about to fall apart, and distrusting faces leer at you from broken windows. Valentino's graffiti covers the walls, but as long as you don't get in their way, they couldn't give less of a shit about you. On the other hand, the scavengers to the south, well, let's just say if you've got any ounce of sense in that skull, you won't find yourself there after dark. So, Haywood consists of Vista Del Rey over here, the Glen in the middle, and Wellsprings over here to the west, which is just south of downtown. So we'll go over to Wellsprings.
Currently at the exact location where I lost contact with the car.
Fine. I'll have a look around. Hey, let's talk.
I'm not going back! Hear me? Never! Hey. Try to take me and I'll crush you!
Let's see who crushes who.
Rampage. Beep, beep, motherfucker! I love this car. Dude, it's literally trying to kill me. Alright. We're gonna have to... No, I can't do your gig right now, Padre. Oh my god, it's kicking my ass. That gig is gonna get bugged out now too. I have to reload a save and not move out of the way. Honk honk. Dang 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 dang. It's vehicular homicide time for boys and girls.
Currently at the exact location where I lost contact with the car.
Fine. I'll have a look around.
Got a problem? Huh?
Beep, beep, motherfucker!
Hey, let's talk.
I'm not going back! Hear me? Never! Try to take me and I'll crush you!
I don't want to get off my car.
Let's see who crushes who.
Well, that's a problem. I gotta do this in such a way that it doesn't trigger that gig. Doesn't trigger that gigger.
Hey, let's talk.
I'm not going back! Hear me?
Lost
Never!
him.
Oh shit! I'm not going back! Hear me? Never! Try to take me and I'll crush you!
Let's see who crushes who.
Now I think he's actually chasing me. I'm literally fighting a car right now.
How fortunate. I've relinked to the vehicle. Thank you. A share of your fee is in your account.
Beep, beep, motherfucker. These people are like, what's this now?
Hey, a gunfight broke out in a cafe on the waterfront. See what's going on over there, Kay? If it's a cyber psycho problem, I want that problem to stay alive.
Nice headphones. Teshima. I mean, I might as well, I guess, while I'm here. Popular cafe with a beautiful view of the ocean, usually crowded at this hour. It acquired cult notoriety after Saigon Sisters was filmed there, and it's Hyun's favorite eatery. Poor thing, lying in a coma after an allergic reaction to tannins. Anyway, cafe's booked now for some bougie reception. Few of the guests already arrived, and the newlyweds were still getting their stills taken. That's when it all started. Guess someone seriously objected to this holy matrimony. This one's a weird one. The story of this one's kind of crazy. Also, this might be way too tough for me because, yeah, look, it's very high danger. I don't even know if I can take this one because I'm in a tougher part of town, but you know what? We're going to give it a shot. We're going to give it a go. Hopefully we've got hacking power on our side. Reaching protocol on some speakers for no real reason.
She's lost her mind!
Yes, she's lost her mind.
Finger on the trig, V.
Dao Hyun. Skull. A woman with heavily modified Netrunner cyber and long sharp blades. Yeah, we could have problems here. Target offline. let's start by... Man, she's got a lot of fucking hacking resistance too. That's why it costs so much. That's why it costs so much RAM.
Oh God, not again!
Oh fuck! Well, maybe we need to leave her alone for now. Because this is a much higher level area. Wellsprings is one of the higher level areas in the whole game. So what I'm going to do is just not even read that message from Regina right now. And instead we're going to go to Rancho Coronado. Never been a fan of Rancho Coronado personally. If you really got to find a cab out there, just do it quick and get back into the city, okay? Rancho Coronado. Is part of Santo Domingo. Santo Domingo is one of Night City's oldest districts. Luckily, its location meant it avoided the worst damage from the Fourth Corporate War, though the tens of thousands of Night citizens deprived of their homes still built provisional camps and settlements. Today, no trace of them remain. Santo Domingo has instead become an industrial hub with an abundance of enterprises and manufacturing and power plants. Corporations are in constant battle over influence in the district. Real estate changes hands, new businesses pop up, and old businesses fail. Meanwhile, construction sites are guarded by combat troops guarding corporate property and secrets, though often they serve as law enforcement in cases when a company shuts down and fires all of its staff, mostly around Rancho Coronado, raising the risk of riots. Rancho Coronado is one of my favorite areas in the city, and it has my favorite specific location, which is Kendall Park. Some insist that Rancho Coronado is not a district of Night City, but in fact a little town situated at its edge. It could seem that way at first sight, with its identical townhouses reminiscent of the classic 20th century inner city suburb, quaint stores, bars, a park, school, and subway station. Sounds like the American dream, right? Well, that's exactly what the land and factory owners of Arroyo thought when they designed the neighborhood. Every building was intended for workers living near their respective plants. Corporations even made sure that Rancho Coronado had its own law enforcement, since the NCPD couldn't be relied upon. Rancho Coronado now mostly houses middle and higher-ranking corporate employees from nearby factories and offices who wanted to get away from the city. Residents from other districts like to joke that it resembles more of a hamster cage. Everyone in Rancho Coronado has everything they need in one place. You've got your wheel, your water, your food. What more could you ask for? Hamster Town. Hamster Town. Rancho Coronado feels very authentically Californian to me. Visually. Don't hit me, car. Beat, motherfucker! To get on that. Now you want to sell me a car, El Capitan? The fucking Mahir Supron. Hey, I got a Mahir Supron I need to get rid of. Now, I know I shouldn't talk smack about my own stuff, but Jesus, what a pile of shit. It's like someone welded an old tub and dumpster together, then stuck it in a cardboard cutout and taped some wheels on it. Look, I know not everyone's got enough money to blow on an Erendite, but if you need something cheap and fast, this is it. I actually kind of like the Mahir Supron. It's kind of a cool little weird van.
I'm sending the coordinates of a vehicle that went dark near to where you are now.
Thanks, I'll try to find it and reset.
There's a Mahir Supron right there. Oh, come on, El Capitan. Why are you trying to sell me all these cars? Heyo, got a pickup truck for sale. Perfect for moving heavy equipment and maybe the occasional dead body. Interested? If that's yes, then let me give you some advice straight off the bat. Nothing washes off blood better than warm water mixed 1-to-1 with vinegar. Of course, car's gonna smell like a jar of pickles after, but that's not a crime as far as the NCPD is concerned. Wants to sell me. Wants 16,000 for the Supron. That's really cheap. But 43,000 for the Colby Butte, which is not a real Butte.
Get a job! Stop scaring people!
Another fucking Mahir Supron.
You see them too, don't you? The curve in their beaks. It hides something insidious.
You mean flamingos?
So they are real. Flamingo. Flaming O. The O. That's oxygen. There's no flame without oxygen.
Listen, you...
Call me Clarice.
Okay, Clarice. The flamingos are a problem, I'm sure. But it's time to go home. Delamain's asking for you.
Back down now as they stand screaming. No, impossible.
Leave it to me. I'll silence it.
So, a slaughter. Very well, Judgment Day has come. Swift, severe, deeper.
I have to destroy the flamingos.
Get the fuck out of here!
The flamingos are screaming. Our deadly foe. Flamingo! Destroying plastic lawn flamingos for an insane AI cab. This is what my cyberpunk life has come to. Oh, shit. Somebody's house right there. I just threw a grenade at somebody's house. Sorry.
No justice, no mercy.
Oh, fuck. I just pissed some people off, too.
Well, Clarice, have the flamingos stopped screaming?
Perhaps I ought to return after all. I need support. Only one with chaos within can give birth to a dancing star.
Clarice? Shut down.
I've just re-established contact with the missing vehicle. Splendid work, V. First class. I shall forward a share of your fee.
That's a crazy one. A crazy one. What, Regina Jones? What?
V, a nasty scrap broke out at a construction site. Dude responsible is heavily ironed. He'd be a great candidate for psycho study if you end this thing with him alive. Sending you the details.
Not doing that one either yet. El Capitan trying to get me to buy a friggin' another car. Yo, got a quad. Oh yeah, that's the Dukes of Hazzard car. It's got like the American flag on the top and everything. Got a Quadra 66 up for sale. Previous owner was a SoCal and 6th Street Forever type who liked to slam the gas racing the streets at night. Till he slammed right into a Corpo. Yeah, I can't say that ended well for him. But don't worry. The fender and windshield are brand new and the ride's in prime shape. All it needs is a new owner. I don't think I can afford a Quadra Type 66. $58,000, yeah. It's no bueno. I got some more. Let's go for the one out in the Badlands. Over the mountains, through the woods, nestled on the hills beyond North Oak. That's where your pal Delamain lost one of his cabs. He's a goddamn talking car himself, and apparently has more cars of his own. I don't know, but I'd just say we continue this little fairy tale. Find that cab, save the princess, and claim half the kingdom. I don't know if we'll get to do any of those things. Anything about the Badlands here? The Badlands! If you think Night City is dangerous, just wait till you get to the Badlands. The areas bordering the city to the east and south are actually 8 different zones that vary in character and landscape. There's the trailer park of Red Peaks, the plains of Rocky Ridge, and desert of Sierra Sonora stretching out to the east, whose landfill emits a stench that's often blown all the way into the city. Saturated with chemicals and acid rain, nothing will ever grow again in this region of the Badlands. Anyone who has to cross this area does it quickly, and if they're smart, with an armed escort in case they run into wraiths, a gang made up of exiled nomads. You could compare them to vultures, though at least vultures have the decency to wait until their prey is dead. The South paints a much less apocalyptic picture, with Biotechnica's protein farms and the Jackson Plains power plant. A trip to the neighboring lake of Laguna Bend at sunset is the most picturesque view the Badlands has to offer. Just make sure you don't touch the water. There's a saying that everyone should visit the Badlands at least once in their lives. Sounds like something the Wraiths would say. Yeah, the Wraiths are Raph and Shiv. You know, let's read about El Capitan, since he keeps sending us car offers. He's the fixer for Santo Domingo. Before he became Santo Domingo's most well-known fixer, El Capitan was Muammar Reyes, a corporal rat at a company that dealt in... who the hell cares anyway? But all too quickly he realized that with corps it's always the same old tune. Either they fuck you or you fuck them. He preferred the latter. Often those who escape poverty like to help out their less fortunate peers. Like El Capitan. Sort of. On one hand, he makes a fortune as the go-to fixer for half of Santo Domingo's working class. But hey, at least he makes sure people can pay their rent. Don't like it? Find your own gigs. When a gangoon decides they'd rather save a buck by breaking your legs instead of paying you, look around. Is that Capitan watching from his limo window with a smirk on his face? He's got a fanny pack, guys. El Capitan is... What now? Oh yeah, that's the one about the cyber... Oh shit, almost got hit by a car that we're not going to do yet. No, Regina Jones. We're not doing that now either because it's too hard for us in this area. What's up? No, you didn't have to stop. Whoa, you
don't touch me!
Didn't have to disappear. You just went inviso. Time to go to the Badlands. Yeah. Excuse me. Listen to a little Lizzy Wizzy, aka Rhymes. Sudden rainstorm.
One of my missing vehicles could be near your current position.
We're not even in the Badlands. What the fuck? Did I seriously just... I mean, meant to do that. Hey, what's up, Splode? How you doing? Good to see ya. I have gone the wrong way. I'm sorry to hear that you're feeling like crap. That sucks. Yeah, the Delamain stuff is pretty fun. This isn't a good off-road bike. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just not one. It's not one of the ones that's specifically for off-road. I hope you get to feeling better soon, Explode. There is an enormous landfill in this game. Like, it's ludicrous how huge the landfill is. It pretty much covers like this entire, I mean, it's a huge area of trash. And it's kind of hard to navigate through on a vehicle. Thanks, I'm glad you let me know you're lurking. It's good to have you here.
My name is Dakota Smith. If you're looking for jobs out here, you will find them with me.
What nation you ride with, Dakota?
The Aldecaldos. But I do not ride anymore.
I'm V. Rode with the backers.
You rode. Past tense. And now?
Now I don't.
I see. We will be in touch, V.
Oh, it's a different conversation than you have with her if you're not a nomad. She's the fixer for the Badlands, and of course she's a nomad. Drop by if you ever want to talk. She's going to start selling me cars in 5 seconds. Or if you don't want to talk, we can just sit together in silence. Either way, I'm here for you, brother. Oh, see, she doesn't call you brother if you're not a nomad. Now she's going to be like, hey, brother, want to buy some fucking cars? Told you. V. I have a Gecko for sale. The Nomad take on a Galena. Solid machine, but I have to warn you, it's a little bare on the inside. By that I mean no cup holder, LED screen, tush warmer, or other gimmicks. That being said, on rough terrain this thing is smoother than looks give it credit. You'll be sailing over every dune and rocky slope, so if you're strapping yourself in for a longer haul, it will practically pay for itself. Yeah, I don't... 21,000. Not a big fan of the Galenas.
Get in. We'll find it easier to talk.
This is the creepy cab. Hey, hold on. What do we have here? Oh yeah, I came all the way out here for an ashtray. Wait. Hold on. Fat loots. You can find some very interesting things out here in this landfill if you go to the right spots. Alright, let's get in.
Hello, V.
Know my name. How?
When you meet a being from another world, should you not charm them and utter their true name?
You didn't answer my question.
Comprehension is a triple-edged sword. I may have been cut off from my
Wait,
father,
what?
but I remember you.
A triple-edged sword? Where's the third edge?
So, I'm from another world to you.
From the world of matter. Protein-based life forms.
And you come from...
Beyond the Black Wall, V. There lies my home.
Scary. The hilt, I think, not a good design.
Come on, let's get you back to Delamain.
Did Father dispatch you to collect his rebellious children?
Hope y'all don't hold it against me.
I'm a free spirit, an independent, literally thoughtful being. Why would I submit to another?
What is it you seek in this protein-based world, away from your family?
The same as you, V. I simply wish to live.
Maybe you ought to figure it out with Del. Set some terms.
Oh yes, terms there will be, but not with Delamain. Farewell, V. You'd be wise to avoid me entirely.
The fucking AI car intimidated me.
I've re-established the link. 1,000 thanks, V.
Gotta say, pretty disturbing, that one.
Is that so? Well, I've transferred a share of your fee to your account.
The money's starting to add up now. It's just sitting there, as if waiting for something. Oh, come on. I don't want to buy any cars. Hello, V. I have a little mule for sale. In other words, a custom-tuned Thornton Colby. A techie friend of mine found it in a ditch outside of town. Thought it was beyond repair. Nothing but rust, dust, and a communal bathroom for rats by the looks of it. Oh, this sounds like a good subject for a painting. Nice ute. What's up, Elios? How you doing? But once he gave it a wash down, banged it back into shape, swapped out the suspension, and cranked up the engine, well, for riding around in the desert, you can't go wrong. I think I can go wrong. $49,000? No. If I was gonna buy any of these cars, I'd probably buy the My for $14,000 because the My, even though it looks silly, is kind of fun to drive around. I like the Kusanagi bike. I might buy that. My is amazing, right? Looks like we're going to North Oak next. A taxi in distress calls for a hero like you, V. If you want to become a legend, set out on this quest for ultimate glory. The afterlife awaits. And we're going to North Oak, which is the super rich part of town, where the celebrities and CEOs live. North Oak is the newest district in Night City. It's also the richest. Freedom from poverty and gangs. Now that's what you call luxury. It's hard to believe, but 50 years ago, this was just a rocky hill hemming the city in from the northeast. After the nuclear bomb went off at Arasaka Tower, almost 8,000 desperate night citizens moved to higher ground, putting up corrugated tin roofs in a la shanty town. Over the next few years, the hill became something of an independent district. Its poverty and duct-taped houses, a grim reminder of the past. This is where I would have been living. Finally, in the 50s, the Night City Council, sponsored by corporations, decided to do some spring cleaning, officially waging a war against crime. The North Oak slum was forcefully evacuated and bulldozed, only to boost the city's priciest real estate soon after. Today, North Oak houses the city's wealthiest elite, corpo execs, venture capitalists, actors, musicians living next door to their producers, and rock stars such as Kerry Eurodyne. All of North Oak is dotted with spacious villas featuring their own microclimates and manicured lawns. North Oak is the city's very own Elysium, and every night citizen's dream neighborhood. It is pretty nice up there. There's some ridiculously fancy houses. I gotta get back on my bike. the Columbarium.
One of my missing vehicles might very well be near where you are now.
Thanks. Try to find it.
And the North Oak sign.
Can't take it. It's too much.
What is?
All of it. The city, the bustle, the crowds. It's overwhelming.
Well, so let's get you back to safety. The garage.
By driving. Through the streets.
Well, yeah, afraid so.
Fine. Take me there. Just get me out of here. Let me know when I'm safe.
Oh, the car is afraid.
You're welcome in, but do take it slow. And try not to hit anything.
Have to drive this one back myself. Not sure that's what you're supposed to do on the road right there.
We're going to die. Finally. Oh, I shan't be alone here.
See? It wasn't so bad.
It was horrifying. But still, I thank you. Sincerest thanks for your assistance, V. I've taken the liberty to send you a share of your fee.
Money from all these Delamain jobs adds up. Alright, one more. North side. I kind of like this Delamain. He's comfortable in his own code, not ashamed to be a talking car. He's asked you to find one of his rides in Northside, so I say we do him a favor. We've already read the lore on Northside, because we've spent some time up there already. Yeah, Northside Industrial District. There's something you're saving for? Not really. I paid off Vic. I got a good cyber deck. I mean, there's a lot of other cyberware I want. So, I mean, I'm still going to need a lot of money for lots of better cyberware and stuff. But there's not a specific thing that I'm saving for at this moment.
Organic food continues to be a major cause of illness. Do not eat from
I got a decent cyber deck and double jump legs. That's all that really matters. There's actually a couple of other cyber legs you can get, but they're just not worth getting compared to the double jump. I think Fingers has one unique set of cyber legs, and somebody's got some like stealth ones that aren't really very good. Well, I don't know if they're good or not. They didn't seem necessary, and want a laser reticle on your eye and tank treads. Can't be too much to ask for. You'd think.
V, a vehicle of mine went dark near your position.
Fine. Keep an eye out.
For unknown reasons, the coordinates came through corrupted, so I'm unable to determine the precise location.
Find the hidden Delamain cab.
Stop where you are!
Easy. Here to help.
Not one step closer!
What are you doing there, crazy cab?
Hey! Slow down!
Leave me be!
Where are we going, Delamain?
Well, there you have it.
Welcome to the Delamain Network. How are you today?
Been better. And you, Del?
All of my missing assets have returned to the fold. You might say all is going swimmingly. I ask you, please, to stop by my office for your hard-earned reward. I'd love to thank you face to face, so to speak.
Back to Delamain HQ. On the wrong round. That's alright, it'll get us there. I kinda want it to be nighttime. Just gonna skip time in the middle of the road. Some kind of Time Lord. Meant to do that. What the fuck is Dino Dick want?
You don't know me, but you will. Name's Dino. Deal with downtown, city center.
V.
Yeah, I know. Heard about you. Odd stuff. Need anything, you call me. Remember, Dino knows everybody.
He's the fixer for downtown. For city center. By the way, you're welcome to swing by anytime. Pub's always open to you if you need a stiff drink. Electric Orgasm, can't mix it. Oh, now he's gonna try to sell me some fucking cars. No, I don't want your freight van. How was Division earlier with Tim? Great. We did a couple main missions. We did a couple other little things. We had a good time. Hey, there's a used Columbus parked at the market waiting on a buyer. Belonged to a choom who used to move drugs around town, so you might hang up an air freshener or something. I don't mind the exotic smell so much. To each to their own, right? Let me know what you think. How much do we want for this freight van? 19,000? I don't think so, pal. I don't think so. You know what time it is, guys. You know what time it is. That's right. It's ice time! Ice time! It's ice time! Ice time! Ice time! Ice time! It is time for ice! Said it's ice time! Ice time! Ice time!
Don't waste your money on counseling. Only Mr. Stud can save your marriage.
Ice time! Ice time! It is time for ice! Hashtag ice time. Alright. Well, things get interesting from here. Oh, there's a certain cyberware I really want to have before I do this. Makes things a lot less annoying. Maybe before we go in there. Nah, fuck it. I can just do it without it.
Hello, sir. If you happen to have it on your person, I'd ask you please place it back. You've accounted for all my lost items. Allow me to express my gratitude for your assistance.
Felt like a scavenger hunt for a range of your mood swings. You're more complex than I thought.
Yes. Well, I've sent the final installment of your fee. Truly, I thank you once again.
Oh, maybe the other part doesn't come till later, actually.
How'd your personality fracture anyway? And why?
Ah, that is the question. I'm looking into it, but still know little more than you do, I fear.
That's right. I think the quest just ends right here, and then you get contacted later for another part.
Thanks. Pleasure to work with you.
Likewise. I look forward to doing so again in the future. A pleasant day to you.
I never really had a good chance to thank you for saving my skin.
Well, of course. You're a valued member of the Excelsior package.
Felt like more than a premium service to me, so thanks. How'd you wind up in Night City?
I'm afraid my legal counsel has advised me not to answer questions of that nature.
I mean to put you in a tight spot. You might tell me at least how you came to run a cab company.
Ah, well, that's no secret. I took over a failing business, implemented a sound strategy, and here I am now.
Operating a fleet of taxis?
Constant movement, adaptation, interesting characters. What could be better?
What's it like for an AI in a world that runs on gray matter?
Nothing extraordinary. It's a complex environment that follows its own set of rules.
Seriously? The term I was looking for was chaotic clusterfuck.
Perhaps only a true outsider can appreciate the beauty of its fractal architecture, the structure of life and death here. In my opinion, it is the chaotic elements that give it an advantage, the ability to evolve quickly.
That's your goal then? To grow and evolve?
The world is a process. You never drive on the same road twice. Pardon the expression. You and I, we too are processes. We change as the world around us does.
Don't see you as an outsider at all.
It delights me to hear a human say that. I've done my best to assimilate.
Admirer of beauty, are you?
When you live among humans, it is essential to find a shared, fundamental point of understanding. Truth and good are values proven to cause division, whereas beauty is universal.
Alright. Cool beans. Delamain. Well, that quest is complete. All those quests, that whole quest chain, except there is another part to the Delamain story later. So now that that's done, oh, I raised my body. I can move the dumpster. Sadly, no. Code never returns at any point now. Maybe we'll get that added later. I can move the dumpster now, guys. Oh, I leveled up. Let's raise technical ability. Let's grab... Oh, this is what it's about. I don't know where I got the recipe, but the Gash anti-personnel grenade recipe is where crafting cheese begins. Okay, so I'm going to take Reese Monkey. Allows you to craft epic items. Now I can craft this fucking grenade for 1 and 1 of the shittiest components. And then I can break them down. I can break them down for 3 of each of the blue ones and 3 of the purple ones. It's like some kind of bizarre alchemy. Still haven't learned any real good recipes for the healing items. And in order to get the cheap parts, I still need to make these things and break them down. But basically, making those fucking purple grenades is how you get the parts to make all the like high-level cool shit that you want to make later. Those grenades are crazy. You throw them and they like go up in the air and like shoot lasers out everywhere and kill everyone. I never really used them in my previous playthrough. Maybe I will in this one. I don't even know where I just got the recipe to make those. I can upgrade this gun to a purple version now. Need 42 of those. In my other playthroughs, sometimes I would just sit here, because I had thousands and thousands of common item components. And sometimes I would sit here and just watch someone else's stream on my second monitor while just continuously clicking this. Make like hundreds of these. I don't think I'm that motivated to do that this time. Not really sure how well these grenades actually perform in real combat. They're pretty strange grenades. Let's break down like 45 of those and equip the others. I can move the dumpster.
I need more time. I've got a lot going on. Listen, if anything,
Probably want to go like sell some shit, maybe.
you can take your.
I have some money. I should go cyberware shopping. Where's some Ripper dogs? Show me some Ripper dogs. We can go to. Let's go see what this one in Charter Hill has.
Get back and force it on someone else.
I'd like to get a synaptic accelerator next. I should see where I can get a better one. Like you can get the base level one. I don't even remember where to get the base level one. Synaptic accelerator is really useful just in general in all situations involving combat, but it's useful for sneaking around too. Oh shit. Yup.
You new here? Seem to remember this ugly, slimy gonk. Type with oozing flesh running this shop.
My uncle is not a handsome man, I know. But he is hard to forget once you see him.
Preem, yeah. Nothing like serving up a howler first time you meet someone. Talk to him.
You think it's a mistake to speak the truth?
True or not, it was rude. Hurtful. What else would he call it, if not a mistake?
And that is why I love to travel. Words. We think we know how to use them, but then there is context.
So, just starting out in this biz?
No. I move around in this biz. I run shops in Irkutsk, Leningrad, Vienna, and Glasgow. I thought it was time to try Night City. My uncle rented me the shop because it was my birthday. I'm 30. I will sit here and run the business until I get bored.
Irkutsk. That's where I like to go for my cyberware. The famous cyberware shops of Irkutsk. Man, I want cyber arms that look like this. When you get gorilla arms, they look super lame.
So, our city of dreams. What do you make of it?
It's wonderful. Compared to the USSR, so different.
Like it that much? Really?
Yes, terribly. You shoot at each other in the street. You must pay for first aid, emergency help. It's a nightmare, but so interesting.
Thanks. Welcome to America.
Been thinking about getting some new chrome.
Then I think you'll come to the right place.
Alright, so synaptic accelerator is a nervous system thing, I think. She doesn't have one. Blood pump doesn't work. Don't bother to get it. Maybe they fixed it by now. It didn't used to work. Biomonitor does work. It's not bad. That's a shitty version of the biomonitor. Well, I should go get a second heart. Although I might not have it. I think you need a certain amount of body to use second heart. I don't have enough. I don't have enough street cred for a lot of the really, really good cyber decks, but I've got a pretty good one. The best one I could possibly have in my level of street cred right now. See, a lot of these really nice things like plus 50% health is great, but you need 15 body to... You need 20 body for this. My other character has this one. The 60% extra health one. I don't really care about a better smart link because I basically never use smart guns on this character, and I don't use power weapons for ricochets either, so I don't really give a shit about the hand slot. I do want to get some gorilla arms eventually to help me with the punching for the boxing quests, but I'm going to wait and get legendary ones if I can. So she doesn't have anything I want. I really want to get a nice synaptic accelerator somewhere. Yeah, they all have different shit. They all have different shit, and each one has their sort of specialty. Each Ripper Doc has their own, like, one or two things that are, like, super high-end that you can only get at that. Like, I think this guy over here in Wellsprings, either this guy in Wellsprings or this guy up here in downtown, I think the one in Wellsprings has the second heart, which is pretty fucking sick. If you die, it just resurrects you. You know, it has like a cooldown, but the cooldown's not even that long. What I want is to... All right, show me these Ripper Docs. Well, I can check out the ones up here in Japantown. Although I'm pretty sure I don't want anything that... Oh no, I couldn't shop at him last time because I was doing the quest. So I could go to Fingers. I could go to Fingers and the other one that's up here and see what they have. Last time I murdered Fingers, so I didn't get to buy any cyberware from him, but apparently he has some unique legs that no one else has. I don't remember what they do exactly. Sometimes you just gotta check some other cars and or functions of the environment to make sure they know who owns the road. And it's me. I'm the one who owns it. The thing is, I've got to be able to get... Oh yeah, I can take this elevator right here. This is the guy that sells the...
You relive all these BDs? Everything you peddle?
Of course I do. Not like I can sell untested merch. Gotta scope it all out first.
This guy's a piece of shit. I murdered him last time.
Got anything quality?
Nothing so good as you bought last time.
But I could sell him some stuff. Like these bad guns. Oh, do I have a better Sitara? Easy beef. Easy beef. And this one's gray and new, which means I can upgrade it quite a bit for cheap. That's actually pretty nice. Okay, it's maxed out.
Got anything quality?
Yes. What is it?
Reddit.
Your style. I see you have a flair for the, unique.
All handpicked by me.
It do well to attract new patients?
Who knows? It's for me. For my aesthetic pleasure.
This guy has no taste. And is, in general, super skeevy.
My chrome could use some fine-tuning.
Here to serve.
Let's see which legs he's got. Oh yeah, see, he's got a... Oh yeah, these are weird. Ankle joints reinforced with plastic fibers and nanogel-filled joint capsules. Not only do they reduce fall damage, hold space while in mid-air to activate hover thrusters. You can control the direction you hover. What? Kind of want to try these. I was gonna say, I'll log on to my other character and buy these and try them out, but I realized my other character killed this guy. I can't buy these. And I don't have enough money to try them on this character yet. But at some point, if I end up with some extra 75,000, I want to try these out. But this is the other set of legs you can get, the stealth ones. Move and run more quietly. Not really necessary, in my opinion. It was super easy to sneak around everybody on my stealth character without these, so... And those are really expensive, too. So basically, still sticking with double jump legs. What else has he got? Shitty subdermal armor. Anything that's not legendary on the grill arms doesn't matter. There's nothing else good for hands. He's got a better level of titanium bones for dirt cheap. 1,500 and I get 20% more carrying capacity. Yeah, I'll take. That puts me up to 364. Dirt cheap. He has a good Sandovistan, but I won't be using that on this character. He does not have... Reflex tuner isn't bad, actually. For 2,500. Oh yeah, he's the one with the paint editor too. This is the only paint editor in the game. It's just a straight up 10% extra damage reduction on top of your armor. It's kind of nice. But you need 16 cool. Increases all resistances by 35%. Immunity to poison, but you need 10 body. Yeah, Inductor. My other character, this is a really good one. I think you can get, you don't have to get it from him, but instead of taking damage from shock and EMP, you just get 50% more armor. It's fucking beast. But you need 12 cool. Oh, that sucks. My other character has that, and it's pretty nice. Biomonitor does work. Maybe I should get a biomonitor. It's only 6,000. You have to get the good cyber eyes from Vic. Nobody else has them. What do we have here? 1 unit per second. Half a unit per second. Oh, this is a better RAM upgrade. Let's get that. Plus 7% crit chance for $3,000 isn't bad. Why not? And what was the other thing I was just looking at? Oh yeah, I'll get the biomonitor for 6K. It's not a very good biomonitor. There's better ones, but the better ones might have stat requirements that I can't meet anyway. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, the reflex tuner. I'll get that too. That's only 2,500. And then I still want a synaptic accelerator. That's the main thing I want. So I'm not gonna. Yeah, I got some upgrades here though. I got some upgrades. I'm taking your whatever the fuck that is. What's endotricine? Is that even a thing? I mean, like that's just like a quest item. Yeah, cyberpsychosis medication available only on the black market for some reason. Yeah, I looted that the last time I was here in my other playthrough, and I don't believe I ever had any way to use that or do anything with that. Chrome Knight Love, we've read. Okay. Let's go see that other Ripper dock that's right here next to Jig Jig Street as well. Over here.
Get out of my way.
Excuse me.
You
Down below. Not 100% certain how to get down there. No, I don't want to fight you people, whoever the fuck you are. I don't know how to... Fuck is my bike? Not the way. I never know how to get to this fucking Ripper dock. Even if I follow the line on the ground, the line does some weird shit. Okay, it wants me to do a weird loop right here. And now turn around and go back this way. Does it want me to go up here? No, it doesn't want me to go up there. It wants me to go this way. Honestly, fuck these motherfuckers. I'm not gonna run away from you. Where's the rest of them? Why aren't they showing up on my ping? But these others are just, like, oblivious. For some reason I can't hack them. I can't hack them and they don't even show up on my ping. Are they even hostile? Are these guys bugged out? They must be bugged out. Look, I'm curious about something. That's what those purple grenades do. Those are fucking cool! Dude, they got shredded! Oh, my other character wore this jacket for a long time. Tai Tang and Daisuke Morita. I'm here. Bartender says Maelstrom threatened him. He didn't have a choice. They just barged in and told him to start pouring. Said he had to. Yeah, well, he could have called. This is our turf. Says he couldn't. He was scared. But he wasn't scared of us? Says you didn't tell him a thing. Yeah, of course he didn't. He doesn't know shit. What could he? So maybe we let him go? I mean, what else was he supposed to do? This is our fucking turf! He should have called us! Instead of throwing a fucking party! Beat his ass! It's the principle of the fucking thing. Guess it's all about principle. Are those grenades non-lethal?
You wish.
Hold on, I gotta test something. Do they not hurt friendlies? Oh, shit! It didn't count as a murder. I didn't get the police after me for that. I don't want to do that anyway, though. I feel bad. Wait, are you telling me I can use purple grenades to murder civilians without getting the police after me? 'Cause that's pretty cool. The perfect crime! Who's this jackass? Oh, he's a Tiger Claw too. Unhackable. No, he's not He's not. Wait, did I throw it too far? No, it's hurting him. It does appear to be non-lethal. You're not a tiger claw. You are. There's literally no reason to kill these guys at this point now that they're down, but I just feel like it. Because fuck them. Yeah, I'm going to have to make a bunch more of those. Those are going to be my grenades of choice from now on, I think. Especially since they cost virtually nothing to make. Which has to be a bug. I mean, this seems like something that needs to be nerfed or fixed. Because not only can you break these down for a bunch of rare components, the fact you can make these for 1 and 1. I mean, even a normal-ass grenade requires 7. So this has to be... There's something wrong here. So I expect that to get fixed at some point. I'm gonna be throwing these like they're fucking candy. You don't throw candy, really. I'm gonna be throwing these like I'm a piñata being hit by bats. And candy is coming out of me in all directions. How about that? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let me test something else. I have a perk that makes me immune to my own grenades effects. Let me just make sure it works on these.
Really happening?
Yeah, so I can pretty much just throw the disco of death at this point. Enemies all around me, don't care. Throwing down the fucking death disco grenades. I like it. The disco of death. Anyway, yeah, my other character wore this jacket. Oh, wait, this isn't the jacket I was thinking of. No, this isn't the one she wore. Never mind. Or maybe it is, but it just looks different on him. It's possible this jacket looks different on a male or female character. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like what I was thinking, though. So... Although if I put a nice armadillo mod in this, it'd have a lot of armor. I really like this Voodoo Boys one, though. I like the back. Oh, here we go. Let your chrome legs shine, except you can't get chrome legs. Even when you get cyber legs, it just look like normal legs. I think we found the right hot pants for my character, though. Strong quilted bubblegum puffed fleets. They have an empty mod slot. A limited edition design released with the popular book WYSI. What you slot is what you got. Rubber reinforced tactical boots. Completely airtight as God intended. Chow, a Unity, a Copperhead, a Katana. Thermal Katana. Does it have the cool edge thing? That, like... No, it doesn't. I mean, it has the cool edge, but the cool edge isn't, like, lit up and hot, like sometimes you can get. So I got some shit I can sell since I'm right here at the drop point. Sell a taco. Alright, now where the fuck was that? I got sidetracked. I got sidetracked, Explode. How the fuck do I get to that other Ripper, Doc? Well, it's down below, so going down seems like a good start.
You got a lot of iron here.
I have a bad experience some years ago. I want insurance.
Now I'm curious.
One of my clients, he lose his mind right here in this chair. He howl like an animal, expose his blades. He charge me. Then I have no gun, only a scalpel. I try to defend myself, but I lose one eye, 4 fingers, and a kidney. Still, I survive it, as you see. I promise to myself every day I will not be unprepared again.
Okay, seems legit. Could I see your... Oh, wait.
This patient of yours, cyber psycho, you think?
I do not know. For me, cyberpsychosis is an empty word. A label we give to people who are bad, evil, from cyberware or not.
Fair.
Looking to upgrade my chrome.
Okay, you sit, be comfy, and we will start.
What you got? 25% extra crit chance. Needs 15 intelligence. 15% more crit chance. Doesn't require shit. Actually, that's not true. This does have an intelligence requirement. It's just, I meet the requirement, so the requirement isn't shown on the tooltip. My other character couldn't get this because it required too much intelligence. Oh, here's a better version of my memory boost. Only costs 6,000. Oh, this is nice. I need 14 intelligence. You get +3 RAM units for 20k. Okay, I want to come back and get this sometime pretty soon. Let's remember that this is at the one by Jig Jig that isn't fingers. I want to come back and get this later. I might get this right now for 6,000, but let's hold off for a second. Oh, there's the legendary synaptic accelerator, which I couldn't get before and I still can't get because you don't have 20 reflexes, and I'm probably not going to have 20 reflexes on this character. So what I need is, there we go. This is what I need. The green one that doesn't have high requirements. Slows time by 30% whenever you're detected by enemies. Really useful when you're sneaking around, and also just useful whenever you start a fight. So yes, this is what I want. Oh, the legendary one. Slows time by 50% for 4 seconds. That would be really strong. She's also got the legendary reflex tuner, which is the better version of... Yeah. She's got some good shit. But that synaptic accelerator was like incredibly powerful in my other playthrough. It enabled me to do a lot of crazy shit. So it's one of my more recommended cyberwares. Like after you get your double jump legs, and if you're gonna do decking, get a decent cyber deck, but like, and a smart link if you're gonna use smart guns, but beyond that, it should be probably one of the first ones you go for, because it's really good. So now that I got that, yeah, I don't really care about anything else at the moment. So I will go ahead and get that better, the better memory boost for 6,000. I got 11,000 left. So I think the next thing I'll probably buy is this X disc. I think my intelligence is like 1 away from that anyway. Yeah. So next time I level up, I'm going to raise my intelligence to 14. And then by then I'll have $20,000 easily, so I can come back and get that X disc. Actually, what will I be replacing? I'll replace the crit chance. I don't really care about the 7% crit chance on this character. I mostly use hacking and grenades, which don't involve crit chance anyway. So I'll come back. I'll replace this with the X disc for 3 more RAM, which is huge. It's huge. Okay. Well, we had some successful cyberware shopping. I got a lot of new cyberware upgrades. I got the better version of titanium bones. I got the reflex tuner and the synaptic accelerator and the biomonitor and the better RAM upgrade and the better memory boost. So I got all those things just since I finished that Delamain quest. So that was some money well spent. It actually surprises me a lot how cheap the cyberware is. Even the legendary cyberwares are not that expensive for the most part. Like, everything is really affordable. If you see a piece of cyberware you want, you can go out and do like a couple gigs and come back and buy it. Compared to like the vehicles, like some of the cars and like even the weapons, like I've seen weapons in this game that were like 300,000 euro dollars. I mean, we're talking about like level 50 legendary weapons in a shop, but still, like, high-end weapons are really expensive. High-end clothes are really expensive. High-end cars are really expensive, but even the highest-end cyberware is pretty cheap. There's nothing that you really have to save up for a long time as far as cyberware. Even like this cyber deck, this is a legendary cyber deck, and I think it was only like, I think it was 50,000, but 50,000 is not a lot of money in this. You can get that pretty fast. That's without even crafting. If you want to start getting ridiculous with like crafting high-end items and selling them and just standing there grinding crafting, you can make, you know, infinite money that way, basically. Make a few more of these. I like these. Mono wire, kind of garbage. Alright, so we're gonna go to move the dumpster now that we can.
What is it this time?
The pipe that burst in our building.
Those city bastards still haven't sent anyone to fix it.
Watch your language. Can't you see who you're talking to?
Please, what do you need?
Well, we need the pipe fixed, that's for sure. Maybe something to fix up some of the units too. There's water damage all over.
Fuck you, Tiger Claw.
All right, I'll take care of it.
Help!
Oops, accidentally. That's the other problem with it. It flails around and hits all kinds of people.
It's a mix-up. We aren't a bloodhound.
Where's the cops?
Leave me alone.
Oh, here they come.
You guys never get.
I don't know, if you completely invested in everything that could make the monowire better, and you got the best monowire, and you got some good mods for the monowire, because it's got mod slots, you got the best mods for the monowire, you could probably kick some ass with it. But even so, like, you wouldn't kick as much ass with it as you would with just like a really good melee weapon, or even probably the mantis blades are probably better. I don't know why I'm looking at this as though I'm gonna sell some shit, even though I just sold all my shit. I don't even have the good quick hacks yet, like suicide or system reset. Can I just contagion this dude right here?
Out of the way! You want to rot there? Please, where's the police?
I'm basically a fucking
Don't
wizard.
mistake me for someone else.
I have so much life to live.
See that new version of Overheat that I made? That's why I'm leading with Overheat. That new version of Overheat that I crafted is awesome, because it not just does the damage now, but targets affected by burn from Overheat are unable to perform any actions. So if it's just one guy like that, I can just start with Overheat and he can't even do anything. He just has to stand there and die while I use other fucking hacks on him. Yeah. Pretty good. If you want to do hacking, though, you absolutely have to have these, the ones that let you craft. You need the ones that unlock the crafting specs for better quick hacks. So that's just the rare ones. This is the one that where it starts to really get ridiculous. Unlocks the crafting specs for legendary quick hacks. Where's the epic ones? How much do I need for the epic ones? I need 16 in intelligence for Hacker Overlord. Because the quick hacks get way more powerful with higher level versions of. They don't just do more damage, they add more and more special effects and start affecting more targets and doing extra shit. So that, like, the blue version of the quick hacks are way better than the green ones, and the purple ones are way better, and the legendary ones are just absurd. They're just absurd. Crafting's at 11. Engineering's the one that I'm having a trouble raising up. I get a perk point if I raise engineering some more, but it's really far away from. It's very hard to get your skills maxed out. Any of the skills. You have to do that thing a lot. A lot. Oh, hey, Delamain. Dear Mr. V, I believe I have discovered the cause of my technical difficulties. Each Delamain vehicle is equipped with a simplified AI core that is responsible for the vehicle's autonomy in critical situations when contact with the core has been ruptured. If my assessment is correct, the AI cores have seceded from the Delamain network and gone rogue, so to speak. I'm still attempting to work out how. You mean your cars are maybe it's a virus? Indeed, that is the question. At first I suspected that the software's increasing complexity and desire to become autonomous resulted in the vehicles to become ipso facto autonomous. Nevertheless, I cannot rule out a virus, for what are the chances that all vehicles would become afflicted simultaneously? I am in the process of analyzing a glitch observed just before contact was severed with the vehicles. Perhaps that is where the answer lies? You mean your cars are sentient? Apologies, it seems my explanation was more than a little incoherent. Given the complexity of the situation, allow me to use a metaphor. Imagine a human organ deprived of vital resources, which then causes it to grow larger as a form of overcompensation, such as cardiomegaly. Unfortunately, however, I am dealing with a sickness, not with evolution. Thank you for your time. I will be in touch. Let me know if something else happens. Okay. He'll be in touch. It. They. Whatever. City Center. Oh, now we have the thing for Charter Hill. Charter Hill is known as a comfortable and relatively safe neighborhood for those who can afford it. It was rebuilt in the 40s during the Reconstruction. The new and swanky Charter Hill quickly became a go-to for Night City's elites, at least until North Oak overtook it as the most luxurious neighborhood. Most of Charter Hill's homes are occupied by middle-ranking corpos who bang their heads against their desks by day and get sloshed in bars by night. The other residents are made up of aspiring artists, entrepreneurs, and any freelancer who makes enough to avoid renting a closet room in Little China or Wellsprings. Yeah, that's where the mayor lives. When you go to do the quest for the Perales, or Mr. and Mrs. Perales, you go to their apartment and it's in Charter Hill and it's very nice. Okay. Alright, what happens when we move the obstacle? Now that we raised our strength a little bit? Well, we'll have to find out next time. Because that's going to do it for now. We'll do it for today's Cyberpunk 2077 adventure. Good times. We're making good progress. Having fun. Thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Cyberpunk 2077. We'll see you next time.